Hello everyone. So right now a very important meeting we are going to start. So first of all, I welcome Dr. Aditya Nigam from School of Electrical and Computing IIT Mandi. He is assistant professor there. So Aditya sir, most welcome on YourPedia Education's platform here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So sir, in this session we will discuss a lot of important points, and students having many queries in their mind regarding their career as well as artificial intelligence, machine learning. So before starting this discussion, we all want to know about your career journey, sir, first.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank YourPedia for giving me this opportunity again. I once visited there, and I'm really happy that they are taking these initiatives, and these are very, very important discussions, and students usually miss, and they get to know about when they move or got admission into certain career opportunity, and then they understand, okay, there are so many other opportunities as well in terms of MS, PhDs, and so on. So as I have said that about my journey, I've done my basic schooling from KV IIT Kanpur. I'm from Kanpur itself, UP Kanpur. So I've done that things from there, and then I've done my BTech from that's BBD NITIE, that is being institution at Lucknow. And once it's been done, I started teaching. And after some amount of time, I've done my this MTech and PhD from IIT Kanpur, and finished it in 2014. And I joined it just after that. I've joined IIT Mandi. So my point was essentially like that I wanted to be a teacher right from the beginning, and everything was almost clear into my mind because that's a profession in which I really enjoy too much. So after doing BTech, my mind was 100% clear that I was looking for avenues and opportunities by which I can move into this career of teaching. And certainly once you got a chance at IIT doing MTech and PhD, things become very efficient and useful for you. So I started to complete my MTech from there, and then I completed my PhD. And as soon as it's been done, I just have joined IIT Mandi. And here I'm for around 8 years,
Okay.
at least I'm here. Yeah.
Good time you have spent with IIT Mandi, sir. Your branch was which was your BTech branch?
So throughout everything was in CSE, Computer Science and Engineering.
Okay, BTech Computer Science, MTech Computer Science, PhD Computer Science. Okay, nice. So, sir, in IIT Mandi, we have this School of Electrical and Computing. We don't have separate department as computer science separately, electrical separately, which in other IITs we have. So is there any specific reason according to you?
So the specific reason behind this initially was that once this institution is started, it's still a new institution. So when it started, we were only having, I assume, 3 branches: electrical, CS, and mechanical. So it was being decided because it's a small institution, just we about to start. So the point was that let us have all engineering departments into one. But then we understood that CS and electrical itself are going to be related and can be seen as a separate, and all the other engineering departments can be inside a single, that's being called as the School of Engineering. And School of Computing and Electrical, we said that, okay, let us have it together for a good amount of time because of the certain synergies that can happen. Interdisciplinary type of things one can happen, and certain faculties who are in CSE can teach certain courses in electrical and vice versa. So we decided that can we have it for both of these things joined. But as everyone understand that institution started to grow, we started to have more and more students joining CSE as well as electrical, as well as more and more faculty members. So soon probably you may see that at some point of time we may be having a different CSE department. It may happen, but still we are having SCE as a joint thing. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, sir, now I want to know, we all want to know about the research areas in which you are working, you have worked during your last years with IIT Mandi, and in what areas you are planning to work in future.
Okay. So my area of research in which I started to work in my MTech was along with my guide, Dr. Phalguni Gupta at IIT Kanpur, and that was biometric. So biometric essentially means that if you have face, so face recognition, fingerprint recognition, then we have this iris, so iris recognition, and these are the few things we all know, but as a researcher, we need to figure out more and more such things. So in my thesis, I was working on this finger knuckle thing. So this is called as the knuckle, only this much part. And the point is that when fingerprint several times got distorted, and you can easily see it in your elderly persons as well as maybe the persons who are doing very hard work from their, the other side of the hand, they utilize this too much. So because of that, these fingerprints worn off. So one thing was that still their finger knuckles are intact. So can we use that also for the biometric? So that was my PhD thesis way back in 2014 and 15. So extending on to that area, when I joined here at IIT Mandi and I got a full opportunity to have my own lab, my own students, having equipments as well as funding. So I started to continue on to that, and we started to figure out more and more algorithms by which we can recognize who is this person, how can I utilize different biometrics which are available on inside his body. And during COVID time, we all have seen that once you are wearing the mask, it's really almost impossible for any algorithm to figure out that who are you. But still your forehead is available. So we have done some work on this forehead recognition. And we have seen that, okay, only utilizing these creases which are being there on your forehead, we can figure out that who are you. So we have submitted some work over there along with the biometrics and its application and its recognition, which is essentially being called as the human authentication or human identification system, into which I was working for a long time. I started also to work in the area of medical imaging. So in the case of medical imaging, when you have MRIs, then there are certain ways by which we can have a fine-grained MRI, then we can have a very high-level MRI in which we can even figure out that what are the anatomical bundles, fiber bundles which are being there, which can be very, very useful in case of any type of traumatic brain injury. So we started to collaborate closely with PGI Chandigarh, and we have few friends over there like Dr. Chirag Ahuja is there. So we are having some collaborative projects, and we are working also on brain imaging along with Dr. Arnav. Arnav is also my colleague here at IIT Mandi.
Okay. So, sir, now in this meeting, most of the students are from electrical, computer science, mechanical, civil, all branches. And many of them have inspiration of joining artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science as their program in MTech or MS or PhD in future. Okay, right now they are planning to join. So all of them know about artificial intelligence. But in artificial intelligence is a big domain actually. So within that, they want to know that what are the different areas which may be beneficial if they work in those areas, which may be beneficial for them in future in providing some good career opportunity, good research results. So can you tell us about some important areas in which they can think that we should proceed in this direction, on these areas we should try to work?
Okay, so so AI ML, as you have said, it's a big area. So essentially the point is that different machine learning algorithms, because when we say that students are slightly aware of certain stuff, mostly several of us are having some background on certain amount of machine learning algorithms. So one can say that in machine learning, there are bunch of, huge amount of algorithms and models which are available, and individual models. Each individual model has its own history, has its own amount of space in the history, that maybe whenever they got invented, and they during that point of time they really got utilized by everyone, and slowly you can see that ML models started to behave well, started to perform really very good. And after maybe around 2000 and 2006 7, we started to see a big boom in terms of performance, because these ML models started.
Aditya sir, your video is paused actually. Yeah, now continue, sir.
Yeah, no. So what I was trying to say is that machine learning models, in which deep learning itself is a single model, can be seen as a single area called as machine learning. So inside that, students may be interested and they can work on to develop new such models by which we can do different tasks. Other than that, there is another area which we used to call as the computer vision. So computer vision, so if I have a camera, if I'm wearing a camera, or you have a robot, or somewhere you have fixed up a camera and you are looking into the scene, then there are so many things that one can do, like once you see a feed of a camera, you try to figure out that what's going on, what is the scene, is there any person who is standing, is there any anomaly which is going to happen. So huge amount of computer vision related activities, like segmentation, like object detection, like optical flow computation. So much amount of things one can do in the case of computer vision. So as I have said, you can have machine learning models into which you can work on. Then there is a way by which you can work on computer vision type of algorithms, in which you can come up with an algorithm which can, after seeing an image, can figure out that what are the objects which are being there, or other computer vision related activities. There is another area which is called as image processing, in which instead of having videos or videos or vision related activities, if I have an image, how can I enhance the quality of the image, how can I do certain types of transformations on the image. Then there is another, so that's called a digital image processing. Other area can be natural language processing, in which you have a language. So whatever I'm speaking maybe right now in English, can you convert it into some other language? Can you even digitize that language when I say something from text to speech, or speech to text? So it's the case that can you figure out that whatever I'm speaking, what's the semantic or the meaning of that? So natural language processing itself is being right now booming. You can have question answers. You probably wanted to build up a chat bot that can talk to you in the best possible way, as efficient as well as effectively as possible. Similarly, you can probably think about speech. Your speech recognition itself is again a big subject in which you can work on. In which, if I ask a bot certain things, can he recognize that who is actually asking the things, what he is trying to ask, and then can you convert my speech into some other speech, or can you convert my speech, which is being currently in some language, completely got converted, not only in text, converting a text which is written in English to some other text, can you convert a speech which is currently in some other language into some other language? So, an array of 4 or 5 different areas I have said, into which AI ML is broadly being applied with a huge amount of success. Other than that, there is not a single area which is being left, in any domain in which AI or ML cannot be applied. So you can see that even in electric vehicles, persons are applying AI ML in if I say this alpha fold in which protein folding, and they have come up with a machine learning, a deep learning based algorithm by which they can figure out the stable way in which a protein can relax in a particular structure. So in biology they are applying, in mathematics they are trying to solve differential equations using deep learning. So in, you just name, in each and every area, deep learning is anyways going to be applied.
Okay. So, sir, now we have a lot of young minds with us. They may also having different important queries. So I'm opening this house to students one by one.
Yes.
You can start asking questions to sir directly. Any student who has any query, who want to know, you can ask with sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Good afternoon. And I'd like to ask you that how do you see the future of AI and ML in India after 4 to 5 years? And according to that, what are the most promising areas of AI and ML in India for research?
Yes, a good question. Let me tell you that I take the second one first, that what are the areas and the most important areas. So I can tell you, see, computer science as well as working in AI ML is the, right now in everyone is actually looking for. The good thing about this is that huge amount of resources are publicly available, so you can also, anyone who wanted to work in this area can easily work, because everyone can go on to YouTube and get all the material which is being available, and you can start working on this. The area, I don't say that it may be my personal bias, but computer vision is an area, as well as natural language processing, but computer vision is predominantly being occupied by the companies as well. Say they are looking for professionals who are good in applying deep learning methods in computer vision domain, computer vision algorithms. So my answer will be that if you are really interested to get a job, you wanted to learn something by which you can get a better and better jobs, then apply, understand computer vision algorithms and deep learning based computer vision algorithms. And probably companies are looking for different applications they wanted to make, and they will employ you to make those applications using computer vision. The other first question, as you have said, that what's the future? The future is now going to be really open and very very bright for all the students who wanted to apply deep learning. But my point is that before, if you wanted to work in such areas, at least do one full-fledged deep learning related AI ML deep learning related course somewhere, where they are giving you the state of the art knowledge of deep learning methods. So if you do that, there are so many platforms from which they are running these courses. But once you don't do a course of 5 day or 7 day, or if it's a refresher course you can do, but try to look for a course of longer duration of at least 3 to 6 month course, to understand each and every detail of a deep learning system. And then you can apply it, try to apply it in computer vision. That's the, I assume, is the best possible opportunity right now in the market. Yes.
Aditya sir, you in our previous meeting, you told us about your YouTube channel, your lectures also. Your lectures are available on YouTube related to deep learning or these things. So
Yes.
Can you tell us about that location where students can find those important lectures?
Yes. So before going to talk about that, I can also try to say that what happened during that was that in 2000, it was pre-COVID COVID era, 18 and 19. And I really got interested in this stuff and I started to read about it. But I was not getting good material. But on YouTube, I have seen Stanford's lecture taken by Andrej Karpathy, and that was publicly available, freely publicly available, and really the greatest material I can say on deep learning at that point of time. So I utilized that, and once I understood all of that, I started to utilize that in my classes as well. And I felt that, okay, if they are providing things for free, can I also do that? So I started to record certain lectures in 2019, and I was teaching this course on deep learning and its application here at IIT Mandi. And while teaching, every student, along with all the students and so on, I started to utilize one camera as well as my own is this mic and so on. So maybe whatever be the quality, but we have recorded that and make it publicly available on during that 2019. 20 we have seen this big pandemic. So at that point of time, everyone was being said to take remotely and online lectures. So once I'm taking things via Zoom, I recorded each and everything, because Zoom anyways record the thing. So I was recording everything and keep on making it available for all those who are really interested into that. So till now I can say that it's more than maybe 100 to 200 hours lectures which are publicly available free of any cost, and SOTA material is available. The only thing will be that it's not like a typical YouTube lecture in which 5 to 10 minutes you can get whatever things that you are looking for. It's a complete lecture. So usually 1.5 hour lectures will be there. And if you are really interested in any deep learning concepts like transformers, graph neural network, deep neural networks, ResNet, DenseNet, UNet, object detection, segmentation, reinforcement learning, whatever the deep learning things, I have covered all of them in great detail, and it's publicly available on YouTube. So what you just have to write is that on YouTube you'll have to go and write deep learning at IIT Mandi. So that's the, probably you will get the channel. So deep learning at IIT Mandi, as soon as you type, you are going to get my channel, and there are several playlists that I have made. You will not get any good clickbaits and other things, because it is just I record and I said my student that please upload it here, and so TS will be uploading. So we have not done any clickbaiting or too much amount of editing on that. They are unedited. You just have to skip certain parts where I'm talking to the students, because that was the live class I was taking during at that point of time. But all these things are publicly available. Yes.
Okay, Ansu Kumari, you have some question?
Yes, sir. Sir, what are the expectations in terms of knowledge and projects in AI and ML from student who is going to join MTech and a student who is going to join PhD? Basically, what are the expectations in terms of projects or knowledge?
Expectations of professors there from the student, he's asking.
Yes. So this is a really good question. So whenever we used to conduct interviews here, first let me talk about MTech. So we all know that MTech students are coming from varying background and coming and got graduated from varying institutions. So the point we now at least assume is that for MTech student is that at least you should be aware of certain deep learning algorithms, big machine learning algorithms, as well as deep learning algorithms. You may not be having a full focused project that you have done on a particular model. It may happen that you have done certain things, but you may not be completely aware of that. But at least certain amount of good coding skill, at least in Python, and either on TensorFlow or on PyTorch. So these TensorFlow and PyTorch are the two languages which are recently being developed. They both are graph-based languages and essentially required for any type of deep learning model. So, and they are being utilizing Python framework. So if you are good in Python, at least try to work on at least TensorFlow or PyTorch. So if you are okay with any one of this, that is that we think MTech student should be aware of. How to code and train certain models using both at least any one of them, and a few some amount of working knowledge of any fully connected network or CNN or so. So if you are aware of them, faculty may be happy if you wanted to work in the field of AI and ML. For PhD, we assume that at least you must have done a full-fledged project and a course or your MS or MTech thesis utilizing deep learning models. There we 100% assume that during your MTech you must have done a course on AI ML. You must have done a course of full-fledged deep learning course in which you have seen most of the deep learning models like fully connected CNN, recurrent neural network, maybe variational autoencoder generative models as well as. So for PhD, our requirement or our expectation is that you must be aware and have a working knowledge of at least available systems.
Yeah, Ankit Sharma.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Very good afternoon, sir. Sir, if a EC student want to apply for MS research in IIT Mandi in machine learning, so is he eligible for that, sir? Because, sir, in PG admission brochure released by IIT Mandi, it was written that for machine learning only computer science and applied mathematics or equivalent branches are eligible.
Yes, so as Ankit, you are rightly asked, the point is that if you are applying into admission for MS and you have a degree other than CSE, our thing is that you need to have a GATE score in CSE. So if you have a GATE score in CSE, you are eligible, and then you need to if during MTech, if we are having any shortlisting exam, several times if we have more number of applications, at least for MS, we several times used to conduct exam, so you will have to appear for that exam, and if you got shortlisted for the interview, then you will be interviewed in front of the AI ML panel or maybe for the systems panel. So we have here at least three different areas into which you can work on. One is intelligent system, which is roughly like AI ML. Other one is systems, and the third one is theoretical computer science. But as straightforward, your question's answer is that if you have given the GATE in CSE, then you are eligible to apply for MTech CSE, MS CSE program, MTech or MS.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Other questions? All of you think and ask. Galaxy A22 M5G.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I've completed my BTech and been working for 2 years in machine learning domain, and I wanted to join a direct PhD in AI or ML. So what will be the challenges? Like, what should be the prerequisites?
So before talking about the prerequisite, I can tell you one thing, that direct PhD means that you will be applying for the PhD program instead of the MS program. So for that, the requirement is that if a student is the eligibility essentially is that if the student is in some top 5% or 10%, I'm sorry, if not 10%, at least top 5% or 1% of the institution. So suppose that you are the topper of your institute, you are eligible, and then probably you may be you will have to come here and give the exam and the interview or so on for direct PhD. If you are not the topper, maybe the second topper or third topper, something like this, that top 5 or something, if you are in belong to top 5 of your institution, then you can apply, and for that you will have to submit a certificate for this, a proper certificate that you must have got from your university. The prerequisites are almost the same the way it is for MS or MTech, normal MS or MTech, because we do not expect you that because you are a BTech student and have not got anything other than that, you will have to do all the courses that are the requirement of an MS as well as for the PhD. So you will have to do the full coursework of MS as well as PhD and have to spend at least 4 to 5 years in the institution.
Thank you, sir.
Divya Verma.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Actually, I have around 2 years of experience in quality assurance, but in my college, in my BTech, I have done all the projects on deep learning and machine learning. So I am looking for MS or PhD in whatever I'll get in AI. So how can I just work on that? Like, how can I apply on my SOP and what are the things I need to do for that?
So first thing that you need to do is that you will have to clear the gate.
I have
And
cleared it.
if you have cleared the gate, then if you have got the rank, please apply for different available IITs and IITs and whatever the places where you are interested. But as I have already said, somebody has asked initially that what is the expectation. So the expectation from any BTech student who wanted to join an MTech and or MS program is that at least you have a working knowledge of deep learning systems. So if you have worked on any deep learning system, so at least you try to do some full-fledged 2 to 3 month or 5-month course of deep learning, which are so many publicly available courses. It doesn't matter that you have done it from some paid venue. You can even do it from YouTube. There are most of the good in-depth publicly available deep learning resources are publicly freely available on YouTube. So if you can read or do some course maybe done, maybe available on YouTube being conducted at say MIT, you do all those courses, read and complete all that assignments, or even NPTEL. NPTEL is a big resource, and I remember once I visited YourPedia, they have given me a complimentary book in which they have done excellent work for CSE based NPTEL courses, in which huge amount of publicly available material is there. So try to do NPTEL courses, given this amount of whatever the time that you have, at least for deep learning courses before going to join. So you have got a strong SOP that, okay, I was interested in deep learning related stuff. I have done this course. I have cleared GATE. I am eligible and I'm able to answer your interview questions.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Yeah, other students, all of you without any hesitation can ask. Swati Srivastav.
Sir, I have a doubt. As AI and ML continue to advance, there are some growing concerns about cybersecurity. Like, in your opinion, what are the most significant challenges we should consider in terms of cybersecurity with the advancement of AI? And additionally, do you think that AI has the potential to replace a significant amount of manpower in certain industries? Like, if so, what measures we can take to mitigate its impacts on workforce?
Okay. So if I understood correctly, last part was that how can we mitigate the
Its
effect
impact on
of
the workforce? Yes, sir.
workforce? So we can't mitigate. That's the first thing. So it can't be mitigated, and it's true. The point is that understand that once some Bill Gates or some big guys has said that we do not require that much amount of RAM. Even 4 KB or 4 MB RAM is sufficient for us, and now we require 16 GB of RAM in our
Yeah, sir.
So once the requirement keeps on growing, we started to do more and more and big work. So when systems become intelligent and smart enough, they started to replace manpower. My assumption, and I really think in this way, that soon you will see that humans become even more smarter. Certain humans started to become smarter, and we there are so many tasks that machine can't do, and we need to figure out that how can we do those things which are available, which that we can do better than machines. So we need to compete with machines at some point. Now it's publicly available. ChatGPT is there, and if you
Yeah,
wanted
sir,
to
OpenAI.
OpenAI, so now you can see that so many things which are available. If you wanted to make a good portrait, it's publicly available, simple tool by which you can make very good portrait of yourself. Like ChatGPT, you wanted to write a story, ChatGPT can write a story, and soon you will see that it started to generate videos. And then if I give a story, a video can also be going to be there. And then you will say that Bollywood, what's going to do? So my suggestion will be that Bollywood need to come up with things which are better than this. So it's going to be always that if existing AI system started to keep on better themselves, and being human beings, if we are not competing with them, it's not going to happen. We are humans, and very soon you will see that we started also to compete with them. ChatGPT is there, but probably we will be using those things. We need experts who can utilize these tools in such a way so that to come up with the better products or better applications, utilizing these products as human beings we are going to do. This is my understanding that we definitely need to compete with them, but it's not that it's going to mitigate. The other question I forget, can you repeat what's the other question?
Sir, with the advancement in AI and ML, the concern of cyber security is increasing. Like, what are, in your opinion, what are the most significant challenges we should consider in terms of cyber security with the advancement of AI?
Yes, so that's really true that not only AI ML is growing, the internet infrastructure is going, digitalization is going to happen, cyber spaces, we have more and more time keep on spending on internet and so on. And because of that, our involvement with this cyberspace where we are residing, it has to be secure. Identity thefts are also happening. So my point is that I am anyways not a cyber expert, but I can tell you that deep learning is coming, and deep learning is actually a very powerful tool which can do certain things. But we can even utilize deep learning to hack a system. We can apply a deep learning algorithm to fool a deep learning algorithm, and this is anyways being happening. And this is an area which is being called as the attacking a system, several times being called as the black box attack. So I'm only talking about this black box attack because I'm not an expert of so many other things that can happen in attacking a cyber system. But black box attack is certainly a thing. So if you can come up with a system which can do certain tasks without getting a full access of the system, I can somehow play with input and output and get some information, and I can fool that that system. Fooling means that I can somehow make it understood that okay, I can forge my identity, or I can spoof my identity. So if that is happening and it's being shown, we have done some work also into that, and we have seen that good amount of work is anyways going to be there. So once researchers have shown that there are huge amount of vulnerabilities by which systems can be easily hacked, then deep learning defenses also comes. So there are so many defense papers, deep learning based defense mechanisms and algorithms which are also being coming, by which they will say that okay, these are the attacks which are being possible, and you need to apply these algorithms so as to have a proper defense. So it's actually a big concern that deep learning is getting bigger, or if I say AI/ML systems are getting bigger and bigger, cyber attacks are going to come. But we need to say that when cyber attack utilizing tools, deep learning based tools, then deep learning tools can also be utilized to come up for the defense. So it's happening both sides. I'm sure that it's neutralizing each other.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other student having any query to AI, ML, and IIT Mandi School of Electrical Computing, you can ask.
Hello, sir. This is
Such
Pawan.
golden opportunities very rarely we get actually. to directly interact with the expert of AI ML. So ask questions. Yeah.
Hello, sir. This is Pawan. Sir,
Yes,
how
Pawan.
far would be the role of AI or its related subjects in the space industry, sir?
I missed. Can you repeat the question?
How far would be the role of AI or its related subjects in space industry?
Space industries. It's a very varied question. I very way back I was working on certain areas related to space. So that was like few images. If we got a satellite image, what are the type of object detections, annotations, and image analysis one can do. So this is being done right now using deep learning things. So if you give me a very certain images from ISRO website, ISRO satellite, and then probably you may wanted to figure out that where there is the river, what is the vegetation, or maybe from satellite if you get certain images of maybe our line of control, you wanted to figure out that whether intrusion is going to happen, what is happening, what type of activities there are happening from satellite image, and that too in automatically. So satellite imaging is something I have seen good amount of work being done utilizing deep learning tools as by ISRO itself. Also, maybe during launching or pre-launching or post-launching, probably they may be utilizing deep learning based tools, but I'm not too much aware of that. But since my area is vision and image processing, I can really say that satellite based image and its analysis is being done utilizing deep learning tools.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Next.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, Sudhanshu.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, sir, I want to ask, sir, is there any interview for MTech program in VLSI in IIT Mandi?
Yes, so VLSI, here we have a very good VLSI group. Probably here at VLSI, we have a C4D fabrication lab. I assume that is first in India itself, or maybe in Asia itself. It's actually a very big infrastructure facility headed by Dr. Satendra Sharma, as well as being utilized by Dr. Hitesh. He is also in VLSI. So if you wanted to know that for VLSI, every year during our admission process, we have VLSI, MTech as well as MS in research, or MTech and MTech by research in VLSI. So it's every year we used to conduct interviews and exams for this.
Sir, only for MTech, is there any interview or direct selection through GATE score?
For MTech, it's via CoIP, or what we used to say that once. Yeah, that's an open thing for you. Just have to apply there, and if you have got any GATE rank, then it's been directly, you will be directly allocated. So we used to get for MTech, we used to get students from there directly. No interview, direct interview, direct selections.
Okay, sir. Sir, is there any base cutoff like 600 above only can apply? Is there any criteria for such guys?
Usually it keep on varying.
Those things we will discuss while applying. Your mentors will tell you whether you should apply or not. Okay. Okay. Any other questions, students? All done? So Aditya,
hello, sir.
Yeah. Aware.
Hello, sir. I have a question that for MS or MTech written test, what kind of expectation is there from the student?
Yeah, so that's exactly like a GATE exam. Exactly like GATE exam.
So, sir, all the subjects are important, or some subjects are given more preference?
All the subjects are important. Usually all the subjects are important, but every year whoever is going to make because there is always being inside at IIT Mandi, for every branch. Like for CSE, we have one paper, for electrical, we have one paper. So for CSE, we will be having 3-4 guys who are going to make the paper. So they will be looking for the previous GATE papers and their own questions. But we'll try to have all different subjects. Most of the subjects will be there the way we used to have in GATE exam.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, hello.
I had one simple doubt regarding AI. So as now we are seeing a boom in AI applications like ChatGPT, Midjourney, or even DALI 2. So how hard it would be in future to retain the originality of the work? Because AI is now reaching to that level.
Definitely, it's hard. Let me give it a very frank answer that let us compare maybe Kishore Kumar's voice and Arijit's voice. So who is original? How much originality is being there? Everyone is liking Arijit's voice, or maybe some other guy who is utilizing available softwares. I say that's okay. If the final product is going to be adjudged. If you are utilizing Chat GPT, everyone is utilizing Chat GPT. If as a singer you are utilizing maybe that instrument by which you can enhance your voice, at least you will have to compete with Arijit Singh. So if you sing well, then Arijit Singh, then it's okay. So the same point, the originality is only up to the point that once you speak, when you sing, when you generate something, along with the tools you are doing, others are also doing. Whichever is the best, that's going to be utilized and used. So
yeah, and like supporting that, won't we be seeing a lot of conflict of interest in this industry now?
yeah, so soon you will see that they are also going to come with a certain licensing, that if you are utilizing Chat GPT will be watermarking the thing. So they will also be, everyone will be aware that you may be using Chat GPT, you may be using this. So licensing is there. They may come up with so many other things by which they can restrict you as well, not to utilize these things. But my personal thing is that even given all these possible tools, if you sing better than some existing singer, you will be employed. So if you write a story without Chat GPT, and somebody is writing a story with Chat GPT, but his story is better, now just because of originality, you are not going to win. And if there is the case that somebody is copying the things from here and there, then this watermarking and other techniques need to be properly utilized and enhanced in those ways. But that is true that it's going to happen, and it not only going to happen. There are several countries, if you may be aware, who have completely banned Chat GPT. Full country has banned Chat GPT. I forget the name. Recently, I have read somewhere, maybe Italy or somewhere. So they just have completely banned certain technologies so that they can have the originality and conflict of interest. But if they are going to come utilizing the tools, we need to come up with a way by which those can be properly sorted out, because tools are there for properly utilized and to get better and better products.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Any other
Hello, sir.
student? Yeah.
Sir, I have a question. So in IIT Mandi, there are there is this branch, robotics and I don't remember the full name, robotics and
Yes, robotics is there.
yeah.
Right? True.
Yeah. So, sir, I have this doubt that I saw that both MTech and MTech by research is available, but like, what is the basic difference between these two? If somebody pursues MTech and somebody pursues MTech by research, ultimately, what is the difference that is going to be there?
Yes, so for any, not only for robotics, for MTech, for CSE, for electrical, for any branch, we have MTech as well as MTech R, that is MTech by research. The difference between them is MTech is a time-bound 2-year degree in which doing research is not mandatory. Having a thesis credit, it's not mandatory. It is that you will have to figure out, finish certain coursework, and it's having more coursework than MTech research. So you will have to finish your coursework and then choose a guide and do some MTech project, and you are done, and in 2 years you are going to get your degree. MTech by research is for those guys who are really interested to do research, and for that there are coursework which is lesser than MTech, but it's being expected that you choose a guide, do thesis or research credits in your program, and publish certain papers. And it's also not a 2-year time bound process. You will have to write the full MTech thesis. It's going to be judged by internally in India certain other experts, and you will have to defend your thesis. So it's different than the MTech by MTech and research and MTech program. They are different. And MTech research, you are expected to do more research. And it's also not a completed time-bound process. MTech usually got completed in 2 years. MTech research may take 2.5 up to 3 years. But the benefit of MTech research is big because you are given more and more research opportunities. You will be having more and more research opportunities and infrastructure that you can utilize. And if you wanted to do PhD, MTech by research is a very good option. Several times there is an option that allows you to convert your MTech program into a PhD program during your MTech. So if you have done good amount of research along with your guide, maybe in 1.5 years, you ask, and your program can actually be converted into a PhD program directly.
Hi, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, thank you.
Sir, I have one doubt regarding admission process, that in this year, sir, in this year brochure released by IIT Mandi, there is no MTech research in VLSI. So is there a specific reason to it, or is it just
MTech research for VLSI? Because I'm not an expert from that area, but every year it's used to be. I'm not very sure that why this time, or if it's being missing, maybe they may be about to come up with this program, maybe advertising soon. So I'm not very well aware of MTech VLSI, MTech research VLSI.
So, sir, it might happen that it is missing right now, sir.
It will happen because every year it's being there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I think
sir.
all doubts. Yes.
Hello, sir. How can an EC guy get into AI related fields in IIT Mandi?
Can you repeat? How can you?
How can a EC guy, electronics and communication guy,
Yes,
enter in AI related field?
electrical. So as I have already answered, if you're EC, electrical, mechanical, or any other department, if you want to come in, come and join IIT Mandi's maybe in CSE department, then you will have to apply for. You will have to have a gate, given gate in CSE. It may be that you may have given gate in electrical, so you can go into the electrical panel. But essentially, even if you are from electrical or you are from CS, if you have given the respective exam and have got an eligible score, you can apply here, write our written exam, and finally you need to appear in front of the panel, which is being that interview panel of intelligent systems.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. So many questions you have taken very patiently. Now I want some important message, sir, from your side to the students.
Okay, so important message is that because I have seen several guys, they are really interested, and everyone is asking one or two single things, most of them like AI and ML. So you need to really justify your curiosity and motivation by very hard work. So publicly available material is there. As I have said, my own deep learning at IIT Mandi is publicly available, huge amount of material. Then so many other places. So please go religiously read stuffs from there, make good notes, and maybe soon you will see that you started to answer the questions which can be asked in the interviews, and work really very hard. Focus yourself that what are the things that you are looking for during interview, what's being asked. this is the skill that you are looking for, acquire in the best possible way, and just get yourself away from any type of distractions if you are preparing for any exams, because the too many amount of distractions, including mobile phones and internet and so on. So if you are studying, try to get yourself away from any type of distractions. Study very hard for 3 to 4 months at least to first clear the gate, and then prepare yourself very well for a formal AI ML based interview. And if you are done, I am sure that very soon you will get the opportunity to join the places where you are interested.
Okay, Aditya sir. So thank you very much.
Thank you sir.
बहुत अच्छा डिस्कशन हुआ और बहुत सारी क्वेरीज बच्चों की क्लियर हुई, काफी इंफॉर्मेशन बच्चों को मिली जो आगे उनको काफी हेल्प करेगी एक अच्छा करियर बनाने में.
Thank you sir. Thank you very much sir.